Chapter 10, Birthday Blues, Year 1, ends Part 2. Somewhere within Reek's Castle
AKA.
a.k.a. the Council of Evil headquarters, back when Queen Chrysalis had followed Movac the Swift and Midas the Scorpion through their personal portal to their base. Well, yeah, she lost both the two master criminals as soon as she had exited the portal and was now lost in the extremely dark corridors of the whole castle. This place gives me the creeps. It reeks of pure evil. Perfect, thought Queen Chrysalis, but then she remembered her situation. It's bad enough I got dethroned, but now I'm lost in a very scary villain's lair. I should have just come out and talked to those two. I'm surprised I haven't got caught yet, but I guess I'm just lucky for once, or unlucky. Queen Chrysalis had accidentally walked into something she hadn't expected, a creature as bulky as T-Rex final form, but had legs and a head that resembled a wild boar, who said, while spotting her right away,
"Hey, intruder. Yeah, you're under arrest."
"Nice muscle," said Queen Chrysalis, who was surprised to find herself blushing at how strong he looks.
"Thanks, I know,"
said the giant boar creature before grabbing Queen Chrysalis and quickly restraining her with a magic dampening ring that he put on her horn.
"The others are gonna love this. We don't tolerate intruders."
"We're in the final stages of completely completing the version of the portal device," said Movac, while standing in the center of the Council of Evil's circle, while showing them her and Midas' work on the biggest invention, a giant ring-looking device hooked up to some very advanced tech. Using the tech we used from the balance shields, old resources was perfect, although my other project will still need a very certain test subject to try it on.
"Like Rorik, how dare you interrupt this meeting?"
said Reek as Rorik burst into the room with Queen Chrysalis on a leash and collar like some kind of a dog.
"And what is this? What is that you brought with you?" "A trespasser ran into her in the hallway,"
said Rorik with a serious look on his face. Queen Chrysalis quickly spotted Movac and Midas as she said while pointing a hoof at them, "Hey, I remember you two. You were the ones I followed through the portal that was near the forest."
"What?"
went Reek, as both Midas and Reek were surprised.
"You brought this thing into that world?" No,
Hey,
we didn't know she had seen us in the portal, right, Movac?"
asked Midas, but the giant rabbit villain was keeping silent.
"Movac."
I might have heard some noises in the bushes during our last trip to that other world," said Movac, before all three members glared at her.
"We'll talk about you keeping keeping important information from us later,"
said Reek before leaning forward in his seat. I'm Reek, the
founder of and supreme leader of the Council of Evil, the very group you busted into the headquarters of. Now you are just as in much hot water as these two. You better have a good reason for sneaking in here, 'cause we don't tolerate intruders. So who are you and what are you doing here?"
I am Queen Chrysalis. I heard you all are planning an invasion of my world, and I want to help," said Queen Chrysalis, who could sense how powerful they all are, and with this strange collar around her neck, she can't use any of her magic.
"Hey, I've heard of her. She's one of those villains from that world that you've been scouting,"
said Movac, who got their attention before pulling out her file. "She is, in fact, one of the two who came the closest to succeeding in taking over the kingdom of Equestria, which is where the brat from that old order ended up in. The other is that male they call Discord, who actually was on the verge of winning before the element barriers defeated him. She's what's called a changeling, bug horse-like creature who specializes in shape-shifting. Also, they feed off an energy that comes from the emotion known as love. But she got overthrown by a group of heroes that was made up of Discord, a stage magic pony, a unicorn, and one of her drones who went rogue when they found a way to make ponies accept time.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Said Midas with a chuckle.
Hey, Reek, we've been planning to involve the villains from this world in our plot of invasion and conquest. Wouldn't it be a good start? Yeah, but she's the queen without a throne. What good would that be to make her any part of this?
Asked Midas, who was curious about that. Actually, you know that little project of mine? She'd make a good lab bug, and if it works, she won't be a liability in the plan, said Movek with a devious grin on her face, which made Queen Chrysalis very nervous. And if she doesn't make it through my project, well, no loss for us.
Okay, by me,
said Rorik while handing Movek the leash. Do I get a saying in this? Asked Queen Chrysalis, who couldn't believe this was happening. And what about this collar thing?
Well, yeah, you either agree to be Movek's test subject for her little game, or we don't give you a part in our plan, and you get sent to the dungeon.
Said Reek with a very annoyed look on her face. Also,
we don't know you, and you're already on thin ice for sneaking in here. So until we can trust you, you are on a short leash.
Queen Chrysalis gulped at that and said while turning to Movek, okay, I'll do whatever you want. I just want a chance to get revenge at all the ponies who did me wrong. Fine with me. Revenge is a great motivator for any villain, said Movek before leading Queen Chrysalis out of the room.